a new tape that shows Kevin McCarthy was not telling the truth when he denied having said that he would call then President Trump and tell him that he should resign, an attempt to bolster the big lie, which is exactly the kind of thing you heard the former President Barack Obama talking about. The New York Times is reporting that Kevin McCarthy wanted Trump to resign in the wake of January 6th. The account coming from a new book by two Times reporters Alexander Burns and Jonathan Martin. This Will Not Pass is the name of the book, Trump, Biden, and the Battle for America's Future. McCarthy called the reporting, quote, totally false and wrong, but tonight those reporters are releasing the audio of McCarthy in his own words.
Liz, you on the phone?
Yeah, I'm here. Thanks, Kevin. I guess there's a question. When we were talking about the 25th Amendment resolution, and you asked if what happens if it gets there after he's gone. Is there any chance? Are you hearing that he might resign? Is there any reason to think that might happen?
I've had some few discussions. My gut tells me no. I'm seriously thinking of having that conversation with him tonight. I haven't talked to him in a couple days. From what I know of him, I mean, you guys all know him too. Do you think he'd ever back away? But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to call him. This is what I think. No, it'll pass the House. I think there's a chance it'll pass the Senate even when he's gone. And I think there's a lot of different ramifications for that. Now, I haven't had a discussion with the Dems that if he did resign, would it not happen? Now, this is one personal fear I have. I do not want to get into any conversations about Pence party, anything like that. I mean, the only discussion I would have with him is that I think this will pass, and it would be my recommendation we should resign. I mean, that would be my take, but I don't think he would take it, but I don't know.
I mean, how much more? So much for the denial, right? CNN has reached out to McCarthy's office for a response, but we haven't heard back. So joining me now, CNN political director David Chalian. David, listen, we've caught people in lies before on videotape. We've heard it and, on audio tape, and still they somehow wrangle and wiggle out of it and pretend that it didn't happen. McCarthy denied that he told colleagues that he would push Trump to leave office, and we just heard him in his own words. So what?
Yeah, and when McCarthy offered the sweeping denial earlier today, he clearly wasn't dealing with the particulars of the reporting. He was just trying to dismiss it all in its entirety, which, of course, this is a thoroughly reported book from two of the best political reporters in the business. It seemed not the best approach for McCarthy to sort of just dismiss it out of hand. And now, of course, they have the goods to back up their reporting with this tape. So what I think is important here is, yes, it is a fascinating insight just 4 days after the insurrection, Don, to hear McCarthy in this conversation with his leadership team about the prospect of President Trump being impeached. It's amazing to hear him say, it's going to pass the House and they're going to convict him in the Senate even though he's gone. And it's exactly that rationale that he would be a former president that Republicans used in the Senate to not convict him in the impeachment. So this is a moment in time. And then just within days of this, you saw Kevin McCarthy, Mitch McConnell, all back off this attempt to try and diminish Trump in the party.